The phone never finished the call, just two numbers sitting there. 9 and 1, close enough to ask for help, not enough to receive it, and everything else was left behind. Her name was Jessica Dishon, 17 years old, living in Shepherdsville, Kentucky, a quiet farming town where routines rarely broke and people trusted what they saw every day. September 10, 1999 started like any other morning. Her parents left for work, her younger brothers walked to the bus stop, and Jessica stayed behind, expected to follow shortly in her car, but she never made it to school. Hours later, her mother returned home and noticed something that didn't fit. Jessica's car was still there, parked exactly where it shouldn't be, the door slightly open. Inside, her phone resting on the seat, frozen mid-action, beneath it, scattered signs of interruption. Shoe under the seat, keys dropped, her bag, her books, her entire day, abandoned. Nothing about it suggested someone who chose to leave. It looked like someone tried to stop her from staying. Despite this, authorities didn't act. The situation was dismissed, treated as if she would just return, but she didn't. By the next day, the urgency grew, yet critical mistakes were already being made. Evidence touched, scenes overlooked, time slipping away unnoticed, so the family searched on their own, fields, roads, riverbanks, anywhere she could have gone, or been taken, and then something shifted. A neighbor, David Brooks, began behaving in ways that didn't align, burning items on his property, watching the family, silent calls in the night. Cadaver dogs later traced a scent to his land, but still, nothing. No arrest, no resolution, and all the while Jessica was already gone. 17 days after she vanished, her body was discovered near a road, partially hidden. Identification came from a small tattoo. The cause of death was strangulation, and what followed was even harder to accept. She had survived for days after disappearing, days where intervention might have mattered, yet no one came. The case turned toward Brooks, suspicion built, inconsistencies stacked up, but in court, there wasn't enough. And without proof, he walked free. The case faded and years passed. Until 2012, when Detective Lynn Hunt reopened the file, what she found wasn't just a mystery, it was a collapse of process, missing documentation, mishandled evidence, overlooked details. It was as if the truth had been buried alongside everything else, so she started again, piece by piece. Then, in 2014, a new lead emerged from an unlikely place. A prison inmate claimed someone had confessed, not a stranger, not a neighbor, someone much closer. Stanley Dishon, Jessica's uncle. The account was specific, disturbingly so, describing details that had never been made public: abuse, threats, the morning she disappeared, the interruption at the car, the failed attempt to call for help, the place she was taken, and what happened after. It wasn't just a story, it was a map. Investigators followed it. They found something that had been hidden for 15 years, a buried sheet, matching the ones missing from her room. That was the moment everything changed. Stanley was arrested, and suddenly, the case that had been built on guesses, finally had something real, something that should have been found long ago, because the truth was never far, it was just ignored.